Hi everyone, my name is Kate and you're very welcome here on my channel where I talk about fragrances and drink coffee. Today we have a topic about fall. So I decided that I can have my latte with cinnamon and nutmeg. I like that. And I can also talk to you about Amouage fragrances that I like wearing in a colder weather, usually fall, when the nature becomes sleepy before winter, when it gets a little chillier. Some of the fragrances will be good for kind of warmer autumn. Some of the fragrances are good for colder times. I will tell you. So let's start. I have some full bottles here and some testers of the fragrances that either I tested and know well or I'm planning to buy very soon. As soon as possible, to be honest, because fall is coming. So let's start with the fragrance that I recommend wearing when it's still very warm, maybe even hot sometimes, because in New York, September, the beginning of October can be really, really warm. It's Figment. I think Figment is the best during the very humid, hot summer, but we're already beyond that point. So even if it's kind of more or less humid and more or less hot fall, you can still use it and it's going to open up beautifully. It's mostly gardenia. There are also notes of papyrus, pepper, lily, saffron, orange blossom. So there's a lot of stuff. It smells like, in a very early morning, you came to the forest and in the middle of that forest, there is a pond, very old pond. And it smells like, I don't know, like a little mermaid in that pond, maybe. Because it's kind of aquatic and green, but also flowery and flowery at that stage when it's almost sicklish. This is definitely not for everyone. This is not easy to wear, honestly. It's the flowers that are like almost dying and all this green pond, like everything got like mossy and soft and wet. I don't need a bottle. I was thinking for a long time about do I need the full bottle or not. No, I think this will be enough for me for next 5 years because it's not my kind of scent, but I know that on some people, it just smells incredibly beautiful and it's very unique. I think it's unique today, but Cacharel had, I think it was Eden, in a green bottle, and I believe that this was inspired by that. So it's kind of a more of a modern interpretation of Eden. Very good one. Next fragrance. It might be still warm in the fall, and I would recommend you to wear Lyric Woman. I haven't tried it, but I heard Lyric Man is amazing too. It's more about the young rose. This is more about the mature rose. And this opens up much better in warmer weather. I tried it in winter. I didn't love it so much. I smelled mostly incenses and a little bit of a rose, so it becomes a little flat. But in the hot or warm weather, all the pepper and ginger and I think it's blood orange, so it has a fruity side too, and wood and beautiful incenses, and this beautiful luscious green rose comes out, and it's all glory. It's beautiful fragrance, and it opens up just in an amazing way in the summer and warm fall. And it's very luxurious. It smells very luxurious. It's a long red dress. It's red lips. It's beautiful hair. It's makeup. It's like long curly eyelashes. So it's kind of a diva scent. Beautiful. Highly recommended. So, it's still warm, but maybe sometimes with chilly nights. And we move into Amouage Amouage Fate. This is also women. All Amouage have women. Not because I don't like men's. I think female versions for some reason are just easier to find in stores. They actually stopped separating into women and male categories. Now it's all one unisex. But they used to. Fate is an homage to Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. It definitely was inspired by that. It's beautiful. incenses. It's very incense forward. It's, I think it's pepper, something like a popanax or benzoin. Um, maybe something green and wood. I would say something like cedar, maybe, or maybe even oud, possibly. It's very deep. It's a very interesting scent. Not so easy to wear, to be honest. Not as uneasy for me as Figment. Figment is very particular about the humidity and temperature and weather. This one is less. It's very nice in hot temperature. It's very nice in the cold temperature. I definitely don't need a bigger bottle than this. By the way, look, it's stunning, right? It's a beautiful bottle. But it's kind of heavy. So I like this. It's like one spray only because it will be everywhere. It will stick to your all clothes and hair and skin. It will be everywhere once you spray it. But still, it's beautiful. It's very potent. It's very unusual. Some people can smell church from you probably because of incenses. It's very churchy, but very melancholic. Very like in your thoughts when you need to think something over, when you need to stay by yourself. Because even though it's really potent, I would say it's kind of me time scent. It's when you need to calm down. It's when you need to talk to your higher self, kind of. I don't wear it a lot, but I want to have it in my collection, and I want it for special occasions. Let's move into kind of the middle of the fall when it's not cold, it's not wintry, it's not raining all the time, it's still sunny, but there is some colder wind coming. And this is Journey Woman by Amouage. So I still need the bottle of this. I would say more, I desire the bottle of this. I really, really, really want the bottle of this. For some reason, somehow we're still not together, but I hope we will be soon. And this is my favorite osmanthus with suede. There's also apricot, but osmanthus can be suede, apricots, somewhere over there. It creates that scent. It also has very nice notes of mimosa and slightly spicy, like something like nutmeg and something woody. Maybe a slight touch of white florals. It's really, really beautiful, and it's what I associate with sunny, kind of warmish autumn. I will definitely upload a video about other fall fragrances from other brands. Maybe I will include something from this, but I don't want to repeat myself too much. I hope by that time I will have a bottle of this, and I will definitely talk about it because it's a sunny, friendly, nice fall. It's not cold yet. It's not rainy every day. It's not dark. This is a very positive, beautiful fall when you maybe need a jacket, but it's still nice before we move into winter. So highly recommended, beautiful journey, bottle worthy for sure. So now we're moving into kind of a darker, rainier, chillier autumn. And for some reason, when the weather is like that, when it's kind of rainy and foggy, it always takes me to London. One of the times I was in London, I think was the first time I was 12 years old, and I was listening to Maroon 5, She Will Be Loved, that song on repeat, and it was foggy and rainy and cloudy and that kind of weather. I don't know why those memories just really stayed on my mind, and every time when the weather is like that, something clicks and it takes me to that moment. It takes me to those days in London, and I will tell you about fragrances that also associate with that. The first one is actually even black color. This is Memoir. I have a tester bottle, and this is the most beautiful wormwood. It's not like it's a popular note in fragrances. I think this is the most beautiful one. So it's wormwood and cardamom and pepper and leather and oud, and there's just like, it's amouage. There's like a whole book of notes, but mostly it's kind of like slightly sweet wormwood with pepper and a little bit of leather and wood on the base. There's something so melancholic, something so thoughtful about it. It's the fragrance that I wear when I need to think about something very seriously, when I need to consider some changes, or when I just want to be with myself, kind of like with fate too, but in a different way. It's mostly about when I really want to stay alone and take a decision kind of mood. I would say it's a little bit sad. It's melancholic. It's remembering the good times, or it's the emotion of letting go for me. This like sadness of longing for something that will never happen again. And I feel like that emotion would smell like this. It's something deeply personal. This is not the fragrance that we want to share with everybody. It's not the fragrance that I want to spray on my friends at the party and show it to them. It's the fragrance that it's kind of just there for me when I need it. And the last fragrance for today, it actually looks nice near me, doesn't it? This is Myth. And I've talked about it before. I shared my associations with you. If you've seen it, if you haven't, it's something new to you. Welcome. So I imagine that there is a house, like a glass house, these modern houses inside, like deep in the woods, like the one from, I don't know, Twilight, where Edward's family lived. I think it just looks so perfect. I still remember. I haven't seen the movie like in years, but I just remember that house because I thought it was very pretty. And so it's a house like this, and it's literally drowning because it's been raining for 3 days straight, very heavily. And there are a lot of flowers and greens and plants in that house. It has a very strong note of chrysanthemum, and which is considered to be kind of a flower of sadness or loss. But I kind of don't associate this fragrance with that. It's just it's a chypre. It's very green, very mossy, very foggy. It's also a highly melancholic scent. I like to wear this in November. I cannot live without this fragrance in November. I think it's the only month when I wear it because this cold rains, wet ground, wet plants around, trees, it all merges with this scent, and it adds some beautiful melancholy into the surroundings, into the environment around me. It just adds this mood when I really want to be sad, and when it's dark, and then it's raining, and when I know that the winter is coming and it's going to be here for a while. And I kind of want to enjoy, this feeling, because sometimes like I want to live through this dramatic time. I want to feel it with like, oops, I want to feel it with like every cell in my body. I feel like I have a little dramatic personality sometimes, but this is the best. I highly recommend this for November. Let me know if you agree with me, if you feel the same. And please share with me, what do you wear in the fall? Especially from Amouage. I think I will make a separate video about other fragrances for the fall. I just wanted to have one for Amouage because I promised you that I will have a series of videos about this brand, and I'm delivering. Okay, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, plus don't forget about fragrance consultations. I will leave the email in the info box. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please share your thoughts with me, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.